Hello, it's the SeahawksFan with another Go Battle League video. We got Dialga in the lead up against Ho-Oh. We also have Shadow Mewtwo and Lugia in the back. Not the best, but not the worst lead. We're going to go straight for the Draco. And it does not land. Let's bring in the Mewtwo. We do reach a Side Strike in time. Are they going to sack the Ho-Oh? I expected them to not. They do Sacred Fire and get an attack drop. And we are going to get the knockout. Let's see what comes in. No more shields in play. They're not going to get taken out by the Side Strike because of the attack drop that saved them. Fusion Bolt won't take out my Lugia, but it'll do a lot of the damage. So let's bring in the Dialga. We got a Xerneas, which, let's see, we can Iron Head. And they're going to be able to charge up to a good amount of energy. But they're going to be debuffed. And can we get to a Sky Attack in time? I think we're going to survive. Oh, it's close combat. Let's go. They threw the game. They needed a Moonblast. Goodbye, Xerneas. Next battle, we got the Garchomp. This thing is going to get toasted. They're going to be able to pull at least a shield from us. But I know it's a Dragon Tail. It's a Dragon Tail one, so they don't get the shield from us. And we have a Draco that does get shielded before we get taken out. Dragon Breath, Palkia. Not going to appreciate the Side Strike. Their shields are down. They do get to the move in time. It is a Hydro Pump. Ooh, that would have been dangerous. Kind of expected a cheaper move so they could get to 2. But we banked up some nice energy. And the Side Strike. And then the Lugia is going to come in and yeah, that's a wrap. They're just going to be wasting time. I'd do the same sometime, but yeah. We got a Mewtwo lead. A level 40 Mewtwo, but not too much of an excelled up Mewtwo, so they bring in the Metagross. I go for the Draco. And let's bring in Lugia. If I did not land the Draco and got the shield, I would have definitely brought in my Mewtwo. But here I can wheel down this thing without needing to use any shield. And we have an Aeroblast for the next opponent. Or in case of Mewtwo, we can get to 2 Sky Attacks and get some very nice damage. And we get both shields, so let's bring in the Dialga and start getting the energy. And we get to Iron Head in time, and that's a knockout. And this Mewtwo is fair play on that farm down, but Lugia is not going to get farm down. And it just does too much damage in time for them. We have the Dragonite. Are they going to go for the KO with Superpower? As expected, but going to be safe? Nope. And of course, they're going to want to get to another move. And I'm going to survive, thankfully. And they have their Garchomp, which allows us to get to an Iron Head, and we have a fantastic counter. And they gave up a shield, which was what they needed to have a chance. And with the shield advantage, this Metagross is open to get just get O-code by Shadow Ball. And yeah, just not enough left in the tank for their team at that point. Now we have something we need to bring in our Shadow Mewtwo for. We're going to Psychic Fangs and bring in something to do extra damage or just stay in. But I do land a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball takes the Solgaleo down to red. And I'm still not using a shield. They could have gone a knockout with a more expensive move, but now we have found the Palkia. And now, at this point, I imagine whatever's in the back I can handle with Dialga or Lugia. And it's a healthy enough Lugia still. 2 Aqua Tails for some decent chip. And yeah, Shiny Shadow Mewtwo, pretty cool, but not built for this match anymore. They're going to avoid another Sky Attack, but that just means it's going to be a time for Dialga to come in. Ice Beam, that's actually less damage than the Shadow Ball, but Side Strike, Ice Beam, not something you see every day, but yeah, this team is good. We got the Zacian. I'm guessing it's a close combat play rough set. Maybe close combat wild charge, considering I do have the Lugia. But they do throw close combat completely resisted into the Shadow Mewtwo. And we do shield the play rough. Okay, it was a wild charge. And they do get my last shield. I'm going to have some extra energy because I'm going to need it at this point. And I do maximize what I can get and get the knockout. Now the thing is, I was in range of a Side Strike, so I was not going to reach that Shadow Ball. And I have gotten the energy I needed to nuke the Ho. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. This is not going to be enough for a knockout with that attack drop. But Lugia is going to come in and, yeah, make this easy peasy. Side Strike. Yeah, that was bad for them. Ho-Oh lead once again. Let's bring in Shadow Mewtwo this time and find a Lugia. So we have found the second counter to our Dialga. And yeah, that's fantastic. Able to grab a shield and get the tanky Lugia down to yellow health. We survive a Sky Attack, which is actually worse because they do leave with some more energy, which is very needed. Best time to bring in my Lugia to be able to get the Dragon Tail farm down. But we force them to swap. They don't want to lose the Lugia just yet. And now with 2 shields, 3 Pokemon remaining to defeat. It's not looking good for the opponent. Although they're going to be able to pull my second shield with Brave Bird. I think I actually could have gotten the farm down. But I don't risk it. Play it safe. I do have enough energy left over to reach a Draco, which is sorely needed for this Groudon. And they did try and catch, but overestimated the energy I had. Fantastic. A level 51 Rayquaza. Do they win the coin flip of a Breaking Swipe debuff? They do not. And now they get wrecked. And now with back-to-back Iron Heads, going to throw them back-to-back because the Shadow Mewtwo has move priority. And I do not want to waste the energy. They're going to go for a farm down, but we do have 2 shields, a lot of energy to absorb into either shields or Pokemon. And they're very low, so very manageable. we do find a Melmetal, which is not built to go up against Shadow Mewtwo. Down a shield. Now, the next battle. We got a Mewtwo in the lead, level 50 Honda Mewtwo. Pretty fancy. And we are going to be throwing the moves at the same time. It's a Focus Blast Mewtwo. Thank God I thank Arceus that I actually shield up a Focus Blast. And once again, another move and another Focus Blast. I should have just gotten the farm down. I knew, but I just didn't risk it just in case they, for some reason, didn't. I do grab the Landorus' shield. Landorus Incarnate. Earth Power's not enough for a knockout. Wow. It is a weak sauce. But they are a little late to swapping into Zekrom. I guess wanting to leave the matchup with some energy. And there's a Fusion Bolt. Not going to be enough. And it's going to be back to the Landorus, which is not built for this Lugia fight. They do land the Rock Slide for the knockout. But even, well, yeah, 2 Earth Powers is enough. But with Power Rock Slide, they did not have anywhere near that energy. The next battle, we got a fellow Dialga. It is a worse Dialga, so we are in the driver's seat. Gonna have the priority in throwing the Iron Head, and they're gonna continue to attack. We're gonna play it safe with the shield because Draco would have flipped the matchup, and we do get them to bring in a Melmetal, and I call a Rock Slide bait. And I'm going to save that Draco because I think I'm going to need it. Maybe to grab the last shield or a knockout. A Side Strike, we're going to need to land one anyways. And they're in range of a Shadow Ball, but I think I can just go for Side Strikes to grab shields. Or I just get them down. They do get some extra energy they need. And a Lugia in the back, which is, let's see. We're going to just go for Sky Attacks. And we do grab a shield. We were just shy of Aeroblast, but they felt not. We're going to go for another Sky Attack. Hopefully the shield. It's not the shield, but we can bring in Dialga, Dragon Breath for the knockout, and their Dialga. Got Dragon Breath down also. Nice. Groudon lead. Okay, back to, well, not too good of a match up. And we're going to just bring in Lugia. It is only a Fire Punch, which is annoying, but good bait by them. And we do drag out a Togekiss, which would have been nice to launch to go up against our Shadow Mewtwo. Definitely our best counter to this fairy. I do reach another Aeroblast. Do they expect it? They do. Let's go. We've gotten the last shields. And now we're going to bank up some energy. And when that Groudon comes in, it's going to be toast. It's going to be toast. They have a fellow Dialga. We're going to Shadow Ball and Chip. And then bring in our Dialga. Get to Draco. As they bring in the Groudon. And that's a game. That's a good game. GG. Final battle of the video. Melmetal lead. Not the good lead for the Dialga, but it is nice to drag it out. And now we have to deal with it. And I make a fantastic play of catching the superpower on my Psychic type. And we have it dragged out the Dragonite. Able to get to 2 Side Strikes. And we can comfortably bring in and absorb all this energy on Lugia. If they have Hurricane, fair play. They deserve to land that damage, but alas for them, it's not looking good with these Dragon Tails adding up. Switch timer's up. I try and make a catch of the rock slide, but let's go for the Draco. We get them the red health. We're gonna let them superpower. And we are just going to shield because we're actually quite close to a Draco. And even with that attack drop, does a lot. But they do have one other move. And we do reach. We do have an Iron Head. Doesn't get them out, but one extra Dragon Tail. We have a Primarina. This is actually kind of close. Aeroblast gets him down to red. Can I get to a Sky Attack in time? Yes, I can. Let's go. Lugia carrying the team on its back. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more daily Go Battle League videos. Hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching. Goodbye.